Today we're talking about easy steps that you can incorporate in your life to make it just feel so much better. Hi, I'm Brooke Lyons. A few years ago, I lost 50 pounds and finally got my life back. I've uncovered the tools that allowed me to keep the weight off and help hundreds of my clients also lead a healthy and vibrant life. Losing weight is only the beginning, and being happy and healthy is so much more than just a number on the scale. So join me as we discover how to thrive beyond weight loss. Thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Thrive Beyond Weight Loss. I'm Brooke Lyons.
I'm Victoria.
And we are doing a series on the
easy
button. For those of you listening, I have an easy button here that I didn't put batteries in because I don't want to hear it make its horrible buzz.
But I believe a button should make noise if it is supposed to make noise, so I will be the easy button today.
Yes, and every episode when we have the easy button, she will be doing that. So one of the beautiful things about Victoria Lyons. So anyways, today a part of the easy button is maybe just, I wanted to start with the question today because it was so pertinent to framing
Well,
us.
today, and it's not necessarily a question, it's just I was having a conversation with one of our clients last week, and she mentioned to me that she has never felt better while she's on program. And she was, like, she wanted to know how to keep feeling that way, and I guess we can just share with everyone else how easy is it to keep feeling that way.
So, I mean, it can be really easy. That's what I loved. For 2 years now, I've kept that 50 pounds off, and that's amazing. Because once we get into menopause, sometimes we're like, oh, I literally said this to all my friends. We were having lunch, and I was like, I just started crying because I said, I guess I'm just going to be fat grandma, which is fine, but I didn't feel fine. I was walking. I would wake up, and I could hardly walk on my feet. I couldn't walk down the stairs without grabbing for dear life. Like, I can't believe I was 52 years old feeling that way.
Yeah.
Because I've had a really healthy life, but my body was just taxed. You know, I've had a great life, but I was also always stressed. And my body doesn't show stress.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason I know stress is because I'll get short. And that's not great either. And so, but it's just because my fuse is done. So, but anyways, but we've come up with so many great ideas. Now with you being back at home, it's really awesome having her home for a little while. And so, like, salads are one of the go-tos we've been doing. But there's more. I mean, you can only eat so many salads. I'm not even a big lover of the salads right now. I am. But it's kind of knowing that you're always going to be doing this now, like a lifestyle. Like if we lose weight or want to be healthy, here's what I always say: if you went to the dentist tomorrow and they said you have a cavity, would you stop brushing your teeth? I mean, people literally can't help themselves. They'll like, what? That's ridiculous. But it's ridiculous for your teeth, which you're not going to die of a toothache. You're not going to die from a cavity. But you will die from your body.
Yeah.
Literally, that's why you're going to die one day, is because this thing will shut down. And so our job as a human in this body is to make sure that it can live its best life. Because I love serving you guys, but I really don't want to come to the space where you're serving me because I can't take care of myself anymore. Now, that might happen. I don't have a crystal ball. But I'm really going to do everything I can so that our last days are just like holding hands and peaceful and just rest, going to sleep, instead of a lot of drama. So, but there's a lot of drama happening in people's lives right now. And some of it's not avoidable because we live in a place where they're not guarding our food source. And they're doing things to our food which are not really helping our health. So it's up to us. We're responsible for what we eat and what we do. So one of our producers was just saying that he loves his air fryer. They got one for Christmas. And they make crispy bites with it, like with, what did he say, shrimp, steak.
I said salmon.
Salmon. We love salmon. Tori made salmon bites, but our air fryer's stupid. I'm going to say that. It's not an insult. It's the truth.
As long as you don't say the brand.
Maybe an insult could be the truth, but we don't say it that way. But this is an air fryer, so I don't feel bad. It has this round circular thing in it that you put in, so it
doesn't
spirals.
have like a thing that you can just set things on.
Well, it does. I took those out. That was on top. But anyways, all the stuff got stuck in all the little crevices.
And then I let it soak.
And then we put it through the dishwasher like twice. Because there's no way to clean this thing.
Yeah.
That is not easy button. So we will put it on the trays next time.
Yes.
Yes, we will
and
be
rotate.
intelligent. I might just throw that thing out. I don't even know what it's for.
Get a new
so
one.
we should. No, I don't need. Well, I don't want a new one. That's not eco-friendly. But I don't even know what that thing's for. Maybe there's a great purpose for it. Maybe French fries. But I still feel like moving around. There's sharp little edges. It's not going to work. Do you have that problem? We get a tool.
We made sweet potato fries one time with it, and it worked amazingly.
There's the answer. It's probably sweet potato fries. So easy button, feeling the best. So just every day know that the choices that you make are leading you down a road. So I kind of always say to people, like, the choices that we're making are either congruent with what we want to have, or they're congruent with what we don't want to have. And if you're getting a lot of what you don't want, obviously your choices are leading you down the wrong road. Mm-hmm. So what do you want? And most of the time they're like, I don't even know. I just know I don't want that. Well, that is a start. Mm-hmm. That's a great start. But it's not like going to get you, like, if I said I want to get to Chicago, like, I don't even know where that is. Mm-hmm. Well, what's your chance of getting there? You could ask a lot of people and you probably get yourself to Chicago eventually. You probably talk to a lot of scary people and it would not be the best experience. Or you'd have this great experience where some person just said, hop on this highway, keep driving, which literally...
I thought you were going to say hop in. I was going to say, don't take rides from strangers.
So life has changed so much because that was a thing when I grew up. Like, we just hitchhiked all the time.
Absolutely not.
Not anymore. Well, it depends where you live. I mean, I feel like in Montana it might be cool.
I feel like...
I don't know. I don't live there.
I feel like...
It's funny the mindset we get about different places. Like, I don't know why I think that would be safe there.
I feel like it'd be worse.
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I know great people there. This is so random. It's just the way we work. But so easy button is just like what's been working for you when you felt your best. And that's why 6 pillars, I'm always saying, get your 6 pillars, because there's a little spot where you would write, I love my air fryer. Mm-hmm. And I would say...
On the topic of 6 pillars, if you want to get them, which you should want to get them, you can head to our website, mybodybella.com. A little pop-up will come and you can give us your name and your email and your phone number, and we will send you those 6 pillars.
I don't even know where we were.
Hitchhiking in Montana.
Okay, don't edit this out. That's funny. Okay, so actually, I'm just going to tell you, we had a camera dysfunction, so we had to start all over, and we just started laughing so hard. You know, I just want to offer some transparency here. Like, we get on this with a topic in mind, but it's fun. Like, it's just, we start talking about silly things that I hope are entertaining to you because they're making us laugh. So that is the
easy
button, and I just pushed the easy button for anybody listening. You got to be a little faster on your easy button. There's a real pause on that easy button today. So back to easy food. So air fryer, people love that because it makes food so crispy and yummy. But just for me, I always watch how many things I put on it because I don't think I've ever shared them. But when I had some allergy testing done, to my utter surprise and horror, some of my favorite foods are things that I can't eat anymore. Garlic, like pepper, garlic, broccoli, cauliflower.
I don't know broccoli.
That's why we don't have it in the house anymore. And nightshades aren't my friend. So that's like tomatoes and peppers and oh my gosh, like
all the things in your garden.
Oh my gosh, everything I used to grow, everything I ate every day. And then my son loves to cook. So trying to have him not use garlic and black pepper, I mean, but my face will blow up. Yeah. Like, you know when I eat those things, and I know when somebody's lied to me and told me they weren't in them, because we've had family do that. And my face, but it's okay. I'm not going to necessarily die, but it's definitely not comfortable. So, but if feeling our best, as we reintroduce foods and stuff, having a plan is the way. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't know every day what you're waking up doing, then you're going to do whatever's easy. And whatever's easy might be, I didn't cook my food, I didn't prepare my lunch. I'm working late today is our case. Sometimes we work from 8 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. Well, that means I need to eat breakfast before I leave, which I'm going to be tired. So I try to sleep as long as I can for those days. Yeah. So if I don't make breakfast the night before, I'm failing in the morning because I'm going to be rushed, or I'm going to skip breakfast, which it can't happen. Mm-hmm. I cannot be in with people if I'm not awake and feeling good in myself. So, but then if I don't bring lunch and dinner, then I'm not getting the nutrients that I need for the next day even. Yeah. So knowing your plan and knowing what you want to do for your success is so important. That's why I love my system, because that's what we do. We teach you how to have a plan every day. And then back to the frozen stuff. If you don't have stuff in the freezer, what if something tragic happened or you needed me, and then I don't get to make my lunch and dinner? Well, if I don't have stuff in the freezer, I fail the next day, or I'm going through drive-through, or even picking up the healthiest food from a store. We have some good healthy options. It's nice. But they will always do things to your food that will make it taste better. And for me, knowing that my sensitivities are garlic and black pepper, who's going to make chicken without that?
Yeah.
Nobody. So I know that if I'm not prepared myself, I'm eating that food that I can't eat.
Yeah.
Now, you don't even have to do those expensive tests either. You could just know, like, if I had been thinking, nobody proposed this to me, right? Our body's always showing us symptoms. It's like driving in your car. If your flash red light goes on for your oil, are you going to keep driving?
I mean, probably, let's be realistic, until you get to your destination, and then you're immediately checking that out.
But that's what I mean. I mean, okay.
Sorry.
Yes.
Keeping it real.
But you're not going to go for weeks with that light on going, I wonder if I should check the oil.
No.
Because you know what's going to happen. Because I'll tell you, I wasn't always as smart as I am today, and I have my days, but I actually had that happen, and I did blow an engine.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't even my car.
I'm not going to talk about this topic because I'm with my mom.
Yes, right. We all have stories.
And I'm an amazing child.
You are an amazing child, but that does not mean you're perfect. I just shared I blew up an engine. I was not even that young.
I didn't know this story until now.
Yep, so that's another story. So now you know more about me. I know. I love you.
I love you too.
Anyway, so back to Easy Button. Yeah, see, this is what happens to me. I get myself all talked out of my topic, like Easy Button of what we're testing. So getting your testing done is a great way to find out. But I didn't even know, like, if I was looking at the symptoms of what my body was showing, like the red light on that oil engine, that's great because it shows you a light. But you would always take care of that.
If you can look me in the eyes and tell me you've gone to certain fast food or restaurants and you felt 1,000% amazing after leaving, I'm going to be very shocked. Your body will definitely tell you when you are eating either too much of something or
something overprocessed
or even all of those seasonings. Like there's certain restaurants that you can't go to probably and eat a lot of the things because there's a lot of garlic and pepper.
There is.
So, and I feel like those are surprisingly, I feel like a lot of people have sensitivities to them, but they're
and we know
so
it
frequently used as we're so used to our body feeling that way and looking that way that we don't think about the fact that is what could be causing some problems.
I had a 48-year-old in my office yesterday who said she wakes up feeling like she can't walk yet. She has to give herself some moments. And then she said, and then I feel sick until about 10. But that's just normal. I'm getting older. I'm like, no, girl, that is not normal. That's your normal, but that could be common, but common is not normal. We mess up those words a little bit.
Yeah.
But our body is always giving us symptoms. And I love that we started with the question today because even if it's more of a comment, listen to your body. We were walking up this hill and we had gone to that restaurant right at the very bottom at the other end of Sister Bay. And I had a beautiful steak and all programmed food. It was vegetables. I mean, it was so good. But they had pepper and garlic and red meat. I love red meat. I can eat that, but not with garlic and black pepper. And I remember walking up that hill and I said to your dad, like, I'm not even sure if I can keep on walking. My stomach was so tight, like hard like this, with inflammation. And it should have been a wake-up call. But I was like, it'll be gone by the morning.
Like that's the process that people just think it's easier to just ignore.
It is.
But they don't understand how easy it will be if they stop ignoring.
And, inflammation is such a problem right now. I've had clients who would call me on, I had one client who used to call me on, she called me on emailed me on a Wednesday and said, my arthritis is back. And I'm like, awesome. It's gone? Like, what? That's awesome. And she's like, no, but it's back. What do I do? And I'm like, just keep going.
Yeah.
The next week, I get the same message on a Wednesday from her. My arthritis is back. I'm like, did it go away again? She's like, yeah, all week, but now it's back. I said, there's something going on. So when we looked at her program, she was having her husband made dinner on Tuesdays and was using a packet to make the dinner. And so I said to her, well, I see that you've been eating this specific meal here. Let's not do that next week. Let's just not eat the meat. Like, make the meat without the, like, and have him take it out before he puts the sauce stuff on it.
Yeah.
And just see how that goes. Well, I didn't hear from her. So on Thursday, I'm like, hey, girl, I didn't hear from you. Everything good? And she's like, oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. She's like, maybe I got over it. I'm like, you didn't get over it. Something was going on there.
Yeah.
Let's figure out what this is. So then I said, like, love guru, it is just random. So I said, next week, eat the meat. And let's take out, like, what vegetable do you want to take out? And she's like, this. So Wednesday, problem. And I said, it's the meat. It could be the meat, or it could be the stuff that he's putting on it. So I was like, eat this. So we just played with this. Eat it with on the vegetables. Problem. So I was like, it's the seasoning. It's the seasoning. But she never thought about it. And she, like, arthritis, we think we have arthritis because we're going to have that for the rest of our lives. She doesn't have arthritis anymore. How could that be? And I can't tell you that that's going to happen for every client.
Yeah.
But when you have inflammation, there's only so much room in your joints. And if they're being pushed away, from each other with inflammation, that's going to cause you a lot of pain.
Well, and something that I've noticed, oh my gosh, I was like towering over that, is that I can crochet for longer now.
Oh.
Like, even though I'm 22, like, at a certain point, your fingers are like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And I can crochet for longer now.
But, so do you want to share a little bit about what you've been doing lately, why that might be?
The program.
She started the program. And, like, I'm her mom. I'm not telling her, like,
Yeah.
you should do this so you know what you're talking about when you talk with clients. So she needed to come to it by herself, but she did.
Yeah.
Mom win, but really you win because of that.
Yeah.
Like you said, your skin changed, all the things, and she still goes out.
Okay.
She's
On
still
a real
22.
note, I did think you were a little crazy.
Yeah.
I did, but
her mom.
you're my mom.
That's my job.
I feel like it's okay.
I feel it's
but
my
she
job
was,
too.
but you were not, and I don't think I told you that because I didn't want to be wrong.
Hey, doesn't matter. That's good.
But yeah, like, I go out and now, like, I can tell when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
I can't have I don't drink as much as I could because I can't.
Yeah.
Because I feel like crap the next day.
Yeah, but you just lived like that before.
Exactly.
It was just normal before.
Exactly.
And a lot of us feel like crap every day.
Well, and something that I feel like a lot of people will come to you because they want to lose weight. But something that happened to me on program was that all my acne was clearing up. Like, I had like a couple maybe, but then all the my dark spots that I usually have. But then I went off this weekend and my acne's back.
Well, and so maintenance isn't being perfect on program. It's just starting to incorporate all the things. And what you've learned is that alcohol, it will never be your friend. Not right now, anyways.
Also bread and stuff.
Bread and stuff. So, like,
Yeah.
but that's great because you know that now. And, as we get older, our body is always changing. So if we know, like, oh, yeah, so I've been eating bread, so I'm just going to stop doing that for a week and see how I feel. Some of us can quit bread for the rest of your lives. I'm not that person, and I'm completely comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But I'm in maintenance, but I'm also maintaining my weight. So if I see that go up, then I just
It's a
go back on
program day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all we do. So just pay attention to your levers, like what's going on in your body. Because if you don't feel vibrant and have great connections in your life and you're fulfilled, all those things that are just like, oh, that would be so good to have that life. And if it's not using the bing
Easy.
button while you're doing it.
Was that
because
faster?
It was perfect,
Okay.
honey. Good job. I'm so proud of you.
For those listening, I just patted myself on the
Yes,
back.
she did, yeah. So, but if it's not easy button, then it's hard. And a hard life isn't easy either. So if you're making your life difficult and saying, like, I have to do this to be healthier, I have to do this to be happier, I have to do this for my relationship to work, that's not ease. And the more that we just glide, just like those calm days on that raft when I was whitewater rafting, there were days that were hard if you needed to get somewhere because you needed to paddle harder because there was no current really moving you.
Yeah.
You get there slower. But truly, the ease and the grace in that meant that I could look at the flowers and everything was changing all summer long. There was different flowers, different birds, different things to see. And isn't that kind of like better than rushing through the waves? There's excitement in the waves. Let me tell you, I'm not sad when I hit that, where that's happening. But just look for the places where you can have more ease. And then just decide what is happening in your life and your steps and what you're saying to yourself and what you're doing that is not leading you towards that ease. Because maybe you can change some of that.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not as hard as you think it is. Maybe it's super just like, oh, I'm just not going to do that anymore. Like, I'm not going to wake up late. I'm going to wake up at 8 so I can write in that 3-thing journal. I'll talk about that in another day. But maybe I want to plan out my day,
Yeah.
so that I have that power in me to say, this is what I'm going for today. And I have the power to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't control everybody else, but we can definitely control ourselves. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Thrive Beyond Your Weight Loss.
The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on the Thrive Beyond Weight Loss podcast belong solely to the host and guest speakers and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any associated organizations or health professionals. The content provided is for informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider with any questions regarding a medical condition or health objectives.